was asking me, how did I manage to retire so early? And in this video, I go through 3 matrix that I used to help me to get me to a position where I could retire early. Hi, if you're new to my channel, my name is Felicia. I'm a former actuary property investor and I retired early, and here in this channel I share all the educational stuff to help you get to that position sooner than I did and avoid the mistakes I made. So they're the 3 metrics I used to help me to get to a position of financial freedom early. 3 metrics are my FIRE number, my net worth tracker and my savings rate. So let's start from the beginning. Jim Rohn once said, start with the end in mind. And that means to me like, where am I going? How do I get rid of this 9-to-5 job? So start with an end in mind. I had a vision that I wanted to retire early. So in doing so, I needed to work out my FIRE number. So the first thing is to work out your FIRE number. FIRE stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. So how much money do you need? What pot of money do you need to save up to or to accumulate so that you can drop your 9-to-5? So this number is just a rough and ready measurement of doing this. Is to work out your annual expenses that you'll need in retirement. Everything, food, everything you need. Food, transportation, home, all the costs you need, and your luxuries. That's the annual expenses. And then times that by 25. Sometimes people use 30 or 37, but 25 is often easy. And that was done, the 25 is based on the Trinity study done in the 1990s. And so that once you've got this pot of money, you can draw 4% from this pot that will last you for another 30 years. So that's why sometimes people say 37 as a number, because you can draw less, like maybe 3.5%. So it all depends, but just rough and ready, 25 times your annual expenses means you can draw 4% from your portfolio without it going to negative over the 30-year period. So that number would change if you retire sooner and you need more than 30 years to you pass. But that's a rough and ready number, that's your FIRE number. The next matrix is your net worth tracker. What is net worth? It's the total assets minus your total liabilities. What are assets? Assets are things like your equity in your home, the in stock market investment, the value of your pensions, all the things that create your wealth. And then you've got the liabilities, things you owe, your debt, your mortgages, your student debt, your car loans, etc. So you take the assets, take away all the liabilities, that gives you to your net position as your net worth. And that's how much you owe, how much your wealth. So you start tracking that on a monthly basis. And then, where you're tracking, what you measure, your energy goes and focus your mind. And that was a game changer because it meant I had a framework to work towards. So that's a net worth tracker. Then I'm going to set up a template and I'll attach it to my homepage. And then you can have that as a free tracker to start tracking your net worth, because I think that's such an essential thing to do, and it will help you manage your wealth creation journey to be financially free. So the other thing to have is the third matrix is the savings rate. So that works how much you save. So you can all get paid, and sometimes you spend everything. So you've got 0 savings rate, you've got nothing saved. But if you can start increasing that and start saving, first for your emergency fund, paying off your high interest debt, and then moving on to investment, then that would as you increase that again helps you to move forward to a place of financial freedom, because you're investing more money. You're not just like living from paycheck to paycheck. So those 3 matrix were a game changer because it focused my mind. It was like starting with the end in mind. I knew I had a vision, a framework to work towards, and then I had the net worth tracker. Every month I tracked where my worth, how much I had, asset my net position in terms of my wealth position. And also the savings radios, like gamifying it, so like I get an extra income to create an extra source of income. For me, it was property investment, rental income, and always paying to my pension, and basically find another source. And before I used to also tutor, so everyone's got different skills they can do and have a second job, and use that second job to say that's going to go towards my future self. And so those are my three ways how I manage to accumulate enough wealth so I can retire early. Comment below, so don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next video.